So how do you see the role of retail investors evolving in SPAC deals compared to institutions?
Well, before 2020, we never saw retail investors. In fact, one of the biggest problems we had in that, pre-2020 or pre-COVID was, every SPAC or almost every SPAC was short of the 200 or 300 shareholder requirement, round lot requirement for NASDAQ and NYSE. And so there was always a scramble to get the number of shareholders you needed for a listing. Then during COVID, there was a lot of retail playing and a lot of sort of meme SPACs. The problem went the other way. Instead of having no retail, you had 20 or 30,000 retail shareholders, all of whom somehow knew my phone number and could call me. I've got sort of mixed views on the role of retail. Certainly in that 2020 period, almost all of the volume and price performance above $10 was driven by retail investors, where you'd have a story and retail would get excited about it, driven in part from memes, but some of these were stories that were attractive to retail shareholders. Institutional investors, if the share price popped to 15 or $20, most of your institutional shareholder base would sell. And if you priced a deal at $10 and it was appropriately priced at $10, it was very difficult to get institutional investors to buy at $15 or $20. And so you were left with a shareholder base that was sort of 100% retail. But, that's relatively hot money. It can come and go. And you did see a lot of fast exits from the market. I think in the years since 2020, retail has, in large part exited the SPAC market. It's still, we know it's still a challenge for SPACs to have 300 or 400 shareholders at closing. So there's not much retail. I think you are seeing more of it now with some of these autonomy stories and with the crypto stories, where retail investors is coming in, but it's a little more selective at this point. Some of these crypto deals are getting massive inflows and some of them aren't getting any attention at all. So, it's not like 2020 where anything announced got a huge retail pop. Now it's much more selective.